I got to apologize. It's it's nothing I understand, and I have to suggest that it's an issue with Wirecast, flat out, because everything was as it should have been. Um, I'm just going to punch this into the chat for those that are in the other stream. New stream, folks. And I typed the word stream, but I actually typed storm. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't like when things like that. Whoops. When things go wrong like that, it's just there was no reason for that. So I had everything like Xander, the rendezvous session with Xander, the mic check. We did everything. Everything was fine. We're talking. Everything's fine. And then when it went live, just midway through, my audio disappears. Really, really, really frustrating. Now I'm going to just invite Xander into this one because that's the whole point of this. I'm going to grab his email address. Punch him in here. There we go. Did I do that correct? And I don't want to use Google Hangouts. They look absolutely crap. Like this just looks terrible. I'm really sorry. This is just going to be crap. Look how crap this looks. Just we've got great microphones, we've got great cameras, and Google Hangouts just makes it look like balls. Like doesn't that just look like what the hell? How come we can see that? This isn't how I set my stream up. Hey Xander, how you
What's
going,
that like?
man?
I'm on my phone, not on my computer for obvious reasons. So
Okay. Is that into your Wi-Fi or is that using your cellular data?
that's using 4G.
Okay, okay. So we have a new stream, and people may be joining that. Um, I haven't pulled it up yet, unfortunately, um, and the chat's missing as well. Far out. This is so frustrating. This is why I don't want to do Creator Cast. To be flat out honest with you, this is why I don't want. This is why I was thinking I just don't want to do it. It's just too much messing around for too little gain for the amount of work that we put into CreatorCast, and for then
Yeah,
to be gone like that. Like for the way this ended and the amount of work we put into it, it's left me pretty bitter. I'm going to be honest.
it's
Um,
just I don't know. It's not letting me join it on the computer, so I'll just have to do it on the phone. Can you?
okay, I pulled up the
Uh,
chat. Pop out chat saying relax, Lukey. Lukey MC says relax. Yeah, okay. I'm relaxed, but I I want to bring something. I don't like I don't want to just have I want to bring something to you guys. I don't want to just give this a half-assed effort. I want to like I had videos lined up for Xander. Now I can't play those videos. We had things we're going to talk about. It just it's just shit. Can I turn my volume up? Barry says. I'll do whatever you want. I don't care. Yeah, you want my volume up? Barry, you got it, man. Just for you, dude. Let's put my volume up. There you go. Is that good for everybody else or is that just good for Barry? Now I'm getting flustered. That's too loud, right? Have I lost Xander as well?
uh,
Okay, I got you there. I thought you. That's weird, man. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just trying to connect it to my earpods so you couldn't hear. Can you hear the audio through the phone through my stream? That's what I was trying to figure out. But
Yeah, I can hear it just like a normal Google Hangouts. It's jumpy and hard, like it's staticky and crap.
yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, Xander, 36 minutes into the stream. How you doing, man?
it's yeah, it's just one of those things. It can't be helped. I mean, we're trying to obviously you're trying to bring some kind of um, you're trying to do it in a professional manner, and it just doesn't work, and it is frustrating. I understand it from your point of view. It's really hard, but everybody's there anyway, still watching. in the chat, and hopefully we can bring some kind of content to them today. But I've got to hold my phone out like this.
Yeah, oh, I guess that's what it is. Man, my vision looks terrible as well. Get that further back. So Xander, I can share my screen. How can we do this on Google Hangouts?
Sure.
Share screen. I'll just grab that jack behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to need to in a minute because, yeah, it's just one of those, like you said, it's one of those things, isn't it? Let me just extend this. We're not prepared for...
Hey, Martin1107 in the chat, what I'll do is I'll have a look at your model rail dudes. What's the channel called? I'm going to pull it up and then I'm going to...
There we go.
So everyone's saying my volume is too low now. Okay. Okay, we'll change that.
Can everybody hear me?
Okay, we'll go to... We'll do this in the studio thing here, cameraman.
See, it is frustrating because you got it right. We got it working. We were chatting for like 15 minutes before we went on air, and it was all fine. And then,
yeah. And the most frustrating thing is that the effort and the workload putting into it to get it to where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's like I don't want to do a show like this. This just feels like the first couple of times we did Creator Cast like a year ago, and I feel like, yeah, it's just. Yeah, sorry. I'm in a bad mood and a bad frame of mind, and I don't feel like I'm going to deliver the best interview possible that I can for you. And it's not fair. It's not fair on you because you've taken time off work to be here. So
yeah, well, I'm not. Don't worry about that. It's you know, I understand how things work and how hard it is. It is really difficult. I understand that. So there's no problems on my behalf. So. Just it's frustrating that we can't deliver something that we both wanted to do and to the audience, and that's probably one of the main reasons why Creator Cast isn't growing as well as it could do, because you're not gaining new. I mean, if new people came into this morning, they were like, "What's going on here?" You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
But that is not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not. It's just one of those things where it just doesn't work for some reason. So. Until we iron that out, then you just got to deal with it, I suppose. No need to get frustrated about it. You just got to take it on the chin.
That's true. That's true. Yep, I did let it get to me. I'm going to have to just take a deep breath and start over again.
Just relax here. I got. It's a bit early in the morning for me, but you can have it if you want it.
Nice. Martin1107 says YouTube Model Builders. It's based in the USA, but I can introduce you to our tech people and they can get it set for you. Well, Martin, all I need is a video conferencing, and you guys use a Peer-In, and I checked it out. It didn't look like it was suitable for Wirecast, but I'll try it again because obviously tonight hasn't worked, so I'll try something. Skypilot, that's someone new I haven't seen in the chat before. G'day, Skypilot. So Xander, tell us about your channel.
So yeah, I was expecting this question, and I try and think about what kind of YouTuber I am on the odd occasion, and it's hard to explain what my channel is. I think because I'm still a small channel, and I'm trying to find my way on YouTube still. That's what I find a little bit. I do vlogs, I do tech reviews, and there's some videos that I shared with you to show the audience that we can't do that now, but. It just, I think I watch back my old videos, and there's a big progression over the last year. I think I've improved a lot, and all I can do is try and take that into the next year and 2 years. But yeah, that's basically what my channel is. Just documenting. I've got a phrase called "document first," and that's what I try to remember to do. But I do like doing the tech reviews and stuff. But I don't think I'm quite good enough at doing the B-roll and stuff like that to get good ones, but that's pretty much what I'm doing at the moment. Nearly on 300 subscribers, which is good. So I'm going to do a video for that when I finally do hit 300.
Awesome, well done.
So we're getting there. it's something I really, really enjoy, and I think you can relate to that. It's something it does take over your life to a certain extent, but um, yeah, once you're in the YouTube thing and you're doing it, I think you can get hooked pretty fast.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I love doing it. I love doing it. So I'm gonna carry on, and hopefully, one of the videos, like yourself and Danny have said to me in the past, all it takes is one of those videos to pop, like it did with you guys, and the channel will explode. But at the moment, I'm just enjoying doing it. So I'm gonna
How
carry on doing that.
how long have you been on YouTube then?
It's just been over a year. I've been making videos. My first video that I shared with you, which I put down as my favorite video, was about the Canon M50, and I was on 7 subscribers when I made that video.
Cool.
And it was exciting to see it take off, because it was obviously a new product, so people were searching for it a lot at the time. And overnight, I went up to 24, and I thought I'd made it on YouTube. So it was it was that kind of excitement to get subscribers, to see a video that's doing well, is something that I think a lot of us are chasing, maybe. But yeah, that just makes you want to create more. It's hard when you're not gaining subscribers. You're thinking, what am I doing wrong? But I think you've just got to remember just to create, to do it because you like doing it, and carry on doing it.
I think that's important to never let the numbers alter the reason why you're doing it. Like, it's really cool and it's really fun to get the views, but it shouldn't be the motivation for you to do it,
Yeah,
unless of
yeah,
course you specifically set your channel up just to get views and just to create an income source. If that's your exact goal, then sure, get upset and focus on it. But if you want to create and you're busy creating, and you shouldn't let that outside influence sort of change how you do things.
yeah. And it's very, very hard to get caught up in that. It's very hard to kind of remember why you do it in the first place. It's easy to get caught up in the numbers and frustrated sometimes that you didn't get 100 views on this video. You only got 5 or 6, but you just got to keep on doing it if that's something you love, and not get caught up in chasing the dream, I suppose. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Now, I did see a comment there. Don't stress about the sound. Is the sound still out of whack? Is that what I'm hearing? Is the sound still? Are you too loud and I'm too soft? Because that's super easy to fix. I just got flustered before. Can put that to about there, and that should have fixed that.
I'm gonna go PC. I'm changing to PC. I'm gonna get myself a powerful PC, and then the internet connection my side isn't the problem. I think it might have been my computer that
Yeah,
messed
for
it all up.
sure.
I think so.
You'll get, like I said in our private chat, you'll get way more bang for your buck with a PC, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
The only problem there is that you're stuck in the Windows ecosystem. But if you can deal with that, then I'd hands down recommend that for you for sure.
yeah.
I've
I
been
need that
stuck in
RAM.
Apple since 2007, and I'm kind of just because of graphic design. When I was studying that was the only alternative. There was no option to use PC. It was like you have to use a Mac. So I started using Macs because I
Yeah,
was a PC guy when I was in the early days as well, and yeah,
yeah,
and just stuck with the Mac. And it's frustrating though when things don't work on the Mac. And it's funny that something like audio should be an issue, because a lot of Macs are used in big audio studio
yeah,
situations with Pro Tools and whatnot. And then for audio to be an issue, it's like far out.
yeah. The only problem is to try and get a computer that works as we need it to. You've got to spend like £2,500 to £3,000 to get that i7 processor and all those kind of things. So
Yeah, true.
um,
Very true. Hey, did you see the Google announcement for the what's it called, Stadia, the gaming platform?
no, I haven't seen what's going on with that.
Strange. It's not something that I sorry, was just says, do external graphics cards help with stuff on the Mac? Absolutely. External graphics cards running on Thunderbolt 3 would be amazing. But that's another the same cost as the Mac itself again.
Yeah,
The Google just announced, and something that's never really interested me ever before, gaming. I've never really been a game. I'm not sure about you, Xander, but I've never played a game aside from Candy
not
Crush
really. No.
on the old handy. But yeah, gaming online, like as a YouTube gaming. So Google have this new thing called Stadia, or Stadia. and it's like mobile. Well, it's gaming without the console, so it's gaming from the
Right.
cloud. That's how they're promoting
Right.
it. So you don't need a beefy computer. You don't need a stupidly fast internet connection, so they say, and they can deliver
Yeah.
1080p, 60 frames a second gaming, and you can play the game. And as a content creator, you can stream that game to your YouTube channel, and you can invite people in to play that game with you, and you can monetize
Right.
and create content that way. Yeah, but
Sounds like a good idea.
that's what they're saying, that you don't need a fast internet connection for it, which is really, really interesting. I can't see that working on NVN 12, which is our high speed internet. Time will tell exactly. Yeah.
That sounds like a. Yeah, I think it's gaming is obviously very popular, and they're trying to get that into the masses, aren't they? So people don't have to own these big gaming PCs that cost thousands of pounds. That can just maybe do it on your mobile phone and stream it straight to your channel. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. And imagine that with like bit like audience building. Like you've just almost got 300 subscribers. Imagine if you did like and this would be the attraction for me. Someone who doesn't play computer games, who has no idea of computer games, makes that part of the channel. Like, oh, every Thursday at 11 p.m. until 1 a.m. I'm going to play a game, and
Yeah.
what game should I play? And you guys can help me and walk me through it. And
Yeah.
suddenly you've got this extra audience that joins on your channel just for the gaming content. I think
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
really, really incredible idea. If it
Yeah.
works like the way they're saying it's going to work.
If it works, you'd have to keep an eye on it and see if it does actually work with the internet connections. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's worth a look. Maybe I'll definitely do some research on that.
The other thing too, I mentioned, and I know Barry's on it. Barry's Views is onto it, but BitChute, an alternative, video sharing platform, similar to YouTube. I'm not sure about you, Barry, if you're still there, but I can't access BitChute here in Australia anymore. It's been blocked of all the things.
Right.
Yeah. So Barry, if you're still there in the chat, I can see. Can you access it in the UK? That's very interesting. Martin says he only has a 56 megabits per second upload. As soon as I get NBN and have a speed of 1 megabits, I'll start doing live streams. Yeah, you're going to need more than one to do it, I'm afraid, Martin. You're going to need at least two, and that's going to be a 720 stream. Yeah. Live stream strip poker, says Tim. Yeah. I'll be the
Tim
dealer.
would say that, wouldn't he?
Xander, tell us about your Ride With Me project, because this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, we're going out this afternoon actually to do another episode. It's been a test. I'm basically documenting my road cycling training over the month of March. I managed to get a sponsor, which was really exciting. A company called BioSynergy offered to sponsor us. Well, they sent me some stuff in the post just to keep me going. One of the only replies I had from many companies I emailed asking, obviously because I'm a small YouTuber, people aren't that interested, but yeah, fair play to BioSynergy for doing that. Big shout out to them. And
Nice
yeah,
work.
it's been a test. It's been not only doing the cycling, but uploading, editing, doing the videos. Recording has never been an issue for me. It's the editing, finding the time to do that when I come back. A little bit of maybe a strain on the family as well, because I'm cycling, coming back and just sitting at the computer and doing it. So it's been a test, but it's been an interesting experience to bit of soul searching to see if I can actually get out there and motivate myself to do this kind of thing over a month. But yeah, I'm into the third week now, so it's been good.
That's amazing. How are you finding the time with a full-time job and a family and a daily upload and a cycle as well in there, like.
Yeah, it's because my lad, my son plays football as well 4 times a week, so that's added to that as well. But yeah, it's just a case of getting back from work and going straight on the bike and recording it, and then trying to find a couple of hours on the evening to edit it. I've come to realise that maybe I can't do it every single day. I was trying to do a ride, and then the rest day I was trying to do a video as well, cycling based. But I think I've had to just sort of do the rides, have the rest days off without making any content. And I think that's how I'll do it next time round, is just record the ride and that's it. But yeah, it's been difficult, but it's been a learning process. Definitely, it's been a good experience. And I know for next time I do something like that, I know what to do and how to plan it out and stuff. So yeah,
Right.
it's been good.
You're going to push it to the end of the month. That's the plan, right?
Yeah, definitely going to finish it off. Another test is for myself. Can I do that? Can I follow through on something and do it every day? So yeah, I'm going to 100% finish it. And the plan is maybe to do something different in the summer, a different challenge, whether it's cycling or a different sport or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that. So
Maybe some surfing.
Surfing, yeah.
That's going to take commitment in the UK. I'll give you that. Barry's
Yeah.
Views says yes, he can still access BitChute in the UK. Okay, so it's been blocked here in Australia. That's pretty sad. But anyway, what else have we missed in the chat there? Xander, pretty good. Xander's cloned himself so he can be 3 places at the same time. Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest things I found with my wave a day was, I mean, it's the content is slightly different because I've just got to catch one wave. So if I go out there and get one wave in the first 6 minutes, I can come straight back in and do the edit. But if I go out there and faff around for like an hour, a full GoPro battery, which is about an hour, then I come back, then I've got an hour's worth of footage on 3 GoPros to go through. It quickly becomes a whole day to do, in my case, like 6 minutes of content.
Yeah, I don't think people quite realise how much effort as well goes into not only the live streaming and stuff, but the editing, especially when you're using multiple camera angles like you are. The amount of footage you have to get in, import, and go through and pick certain clips and stuff to go into. It is a lot of work.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and hats off to everybody that does it.
Tim says I need to change my VPN to do BitChute. I don't use a VPN, so I'm not going to start using another service that's going to be in front of my internet, which is already lousy.
Yeah.
Barry's View says he did Vlogtober last year and it almost killed him. Yeah, Vlogtober and what do they call it? What's this Christmas one? Gina Walters did it. Vlogmas.
Distreamer. Danny did Distreamer as well, didn't he? I think.
Vlogmas. I am going to do July of this year. That's my plan, which is going to be really difficult because it's going to actually coincide with my winter wave a day. So there'll be July every day and there'll be a wave a day every day. And there'll also be my daily vlog every day, which is going to make it 3 things every day in July. It's going to be pretty hardcore.
Doing a live stream is obviously not in this kind of format, but if you're out and about doing something on the phone, if you do a live stream with the GoPro or something like that is doable. That is sort of free content in my eyes, because you can just do whatever you want for 5-10 minutes or whatever. But yeah, when it comes to vlogging and you're using different cameras and you're trying to get some drone footage in and then edit that, and that's what takes the time. That really does. I mean, imagine Casey Neistat doing, a vlog, a well-edited vlog every day for 3 years. How much? That's just it just blows my mind, to be honest.
He was always talking about how he had to forego something, so he didn't want to forego any of his family time. He didn't want to forego any of his content creation time. So what he did was he forewent. What's the term for that? He foregoed. He said goodbye to sleep. He sacrificed sleep. Yeah, exactly. So he ended up having 4 or 5 hours sleep a night, and that's it. But then that can't last long. Like you can't. Your body's going to say no eventually.
Yeah, I think you can get in some kind of routine. That's something I have been doing this month, is getting up early to do the edit. I've been getting out of bed a couple of hours early just to do it. But with my job as well, I'm getting up some days at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I can't get up at midnight to edit. So it's
no way.
It has been difficult. But if you're in the situation where you've got a 9 to 5 job, that's what I'd fully recommend if you're thinking about doing a vlog, is record and then get up early the next day to allocate the first 2 hours of your day to do the edit and then crack on from there. Yeah, so that's the way I'd do it, I think.
Your job, you can sleep. Oh, you might not want to talk about this on the stream. I know that you sometimes watch the streams on my streams on Gives a Minute on Saturday mornings, so that'd be Friday night your time. Sometimes you're watching the streams while at work.
Yeah,
that's pretty handy.
So, yeah, I mean, I have to, by law, in the UK, I have to have 45 minutes break every 4.5 hours driving. So that's basically how I work it. So I do get a certain amount of sleep in the day on certain days. I have attempted to take the laptop with me to work to do some work, but on the breaks that I have to have. But when I have to have the sleep, otherwise getting up so early, I have to try and get some sleep in the day. Otherwise, I'll be no good for anything on the night. So I think my job doesn't help at all. If I had a 9 to 5 job, it'd be a lot easier to do what I do. But just a case of working around it, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you said before about doing maybe like a GoPro IRL stream as part of one of those streams daily, to make it a little bit more manageable, I suppose. I'm definitely going to be doing something like that. I'm still putting it into place at the moment, but I'm going to be streaming from Stephen. That's the plan, and it's going to be live streams from the van. Now you might say, dude, you've already got bad enough internet. How are you gonna do this while driving? My plan is, and I've done a lot of research, to get a MIMO antenna for the vehicle. They make special vehicle mount MIMO antennas, and then it sounds crazy, but I'm only going to drive towards towers. So the first stream will be like, I'm going to drive towards the closest tower, and then when we'll get there, we'll pull up and we'll have a chit chat and we'll hang out for an hour, or we'll have a beer or something. Pull up with Steve Van, set there, but the whole drive's going to be the stream. Like, I want to put like a and Jordan Pike, if you're watching, if he's in the chat, Jordan will know what I mean. But I was watching Combi Life, and they did a Q&A where they talked about. So they went into their car to answer questions. It was a pre-recorded video; it wasn't live, but they had questions from their audience on their laptop, and they had a camera mounted to the front of the car, so they were driving and answering the questions. But they also had a secondary view cam, which was the GoPro on top of the car, showing the forward-facing vision. So I want to have something similar where I've got a GoPro on top of Steve Van and a camera in Steve Van, and I'm driving towards the tower, to the location, explaining where I'm going, what I'm doing, have the chat there. But it's all hands free because I'm just driving and the stream's running. And then when I get somewhere, take that camera off and go out and walk around holding the laptop or whatever, a backpack or something, and then sit down. And that's what I wanted to do with Steve Van. And I wanted to do that from the moment I bought it, because I feel like it's gonna naturally give birth to more content. People are gonna say, "Oh, dude, we looked on the map and there's a well, they probably won't know this, but there's an Optus tower near this waterfall. Why don't you go and drive there?" So I'll drive to that location, spend an hour or two streaming. Yeah. Combi Life.
The GoPro is
sorry. Go ahead.
The GoPro is brilliant for that, for streaming. It's just one of the most versatile cameras you can get. That's just my favorite camera at the moment. It's brilliant. It really is.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's amazing. It's a shame that it only streams in 720, but there's ways around that. You can use a GoPro as a webcam source into OBS or into Wirecast or any of your streaming software. You just need to use an Elgato Cam Link. Bam, straight from the HDMI, mini HDMI out into the Cam Link. You're good to go. Yeah. And Barry's Views says he had a team of people to do the editing for him, just like the big gamers. I think he's talking about Casey Neistat. I don't think he never had a team, did he?
No, he did all his own editing, didn't he, Casey? I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I stopped watching him ages ago, actually. To be fair, though, I haven't tuned into anything he's done in a long time.
He's not uploading very recently.
What have I missed on Casey Neistat? What's worth going back and having a look at if I wanted to randomly look at his channel?
That's what I mean. I was just about to say, not a lot. He's just uploading the odd video now. He's totally gone off the boil, hasn't he? I think he's moving out of New York in the next few months. They're moving to California, or wherever it is they move to. But
wow, he was talking about that ages ago.
Yeah. I think he's just sort of got his 10 million subscribers, and that's it. He can just do videos when he wants to now. There's no set routine for him, so fair play to him.
Fair enough. Casey had a little help towards the end. Okay, I didn't know that. You're saying there's an end? I don't think there's an end. No. But Hendrik says he did see that Combi Life video. Yeah, so that was the inspiration behind that, just to have a secondary camera and do IRL streams, but not. I mean, Culburra Beach is a tiny little town, so I'm not going to have much content to cover if I stay in the town. But if I get out and go driving,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, Tell me, Xander, what do you find annoying about YouTube of anything? Maybe it's the creation process, maybe it's the content upload or the comments or whatever it is. What's the annoying part about this whole thing to you?
I mean, the actual platform itself or people on it.
It can be either, whichever stands out most to you.
I think um, I think the annoying thing is with a lot of people that I follow on YouTube, especially the bigger guys, is that you just get big blocks of the same videos come out from all different kind of people. So if there's a new camera that comes out or released, then everybody has that camera, and it's the videos come out in big blocks. You don't get. Um, I mean, there's not much that really annoys me about the actual process of YouTube. It's just that I watched. MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee. I love him, but his videos tend to be the same as everybody else's. They all release it at the same time. It's always the same product. They've always got their hands on the products first when it comes to tech reviews, anyway. And yeah, there's no, I don't know. It's just sort of similar, similar notifications in your feed all the time. That's why I'm trying to find different creators. Like I mentioned that Joshua, I think it's Joshua Layton that I mentioned to you earlier.
Sure.
She's doing some really different stuff, traveling around Australia, and it's just refreshing. Really different videos, artistic videos, a lot of B-roll, a lot of thoughtful talking, a lot of yeah, just thinking about life in general. And those are the kind of creators I'm trying to watch at the moment, rather than just the usual stuff that everybody watches and searches for. So I think that's probably the most annoying thing for me.
Yeah, I can speak to that as well. That's kind of why I've stopped watching Casey. As an example, I just felt like it seems like everyone's using him as a yardstick to gauge everything by, and I felt like what would my content and what would my creations and what would my thought processes end up like if I didn't have that as an influence. And so it wasn't
Yeah.
actually me, it was YouTube that unsubscribed me from him anyway. And when they did that, I felt like,
Right.
well, they're giving me the clue here, so I'm just going to follow suit and not resubscribe.
Yeah.
And trying to like consciously see the platform of YouTube for something that other people might not see it as.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Pike recommended Francis Cade. He's a cyclist and he does videos. And I watched his videos this week, and I've just watched him all week because the videos are fantastic. And it was just something so refreshing, so different to watch, rather than just the usual. Oh, there's a new iPhone out from iJustine or this, and I think I've got to go through my subs. I think, and wipe out all the technology ones, because it's just a constant feed of technology trying to entice me to buy things. So, yeah,
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe, and with the tech stuff, if you really want to find out about the iPhone 13, you can literally type in iPhone
just
13
search it.
and you'll get to the
Yeah,
to the Brownlees and the teardowns and whatnot.
yeah.
Um, am I watching any van relating channels? I've only watched a little bit of Combi Life, and that's pretty much it. To be honest, um, I I did a little bit of research on. I tried to do a bit of research on live streaming from a van, and no one, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but no one's live streaming IRL from a moving vehicle. Sorry, from a van and then hanging out. Like, people IRL stream and they'll go into their car and they'll get out and they'll go to where they're going or whatever it is. But I want to use the van as part of, like, that's why it's going to be called streaming from Stephen, or streaming in Stephen, or streaming with Stephen. One or the other, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
Nomadic Fanatic. That's a cool name for a channel, Nomadic Fanatic.
Very cool.
Do they stream from their van? That'd be really cool to see. Everyone on this channel is into fitness, surfing, bike riding. I feel like I'm an unfit blob. LQL.
Trust me. Trust me, I'm not fit at all. That's one thing I have discovered over the last couple of weeks. Definitely not fit. Yeah, just get out there, get out and do something. That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter if you're fit or not. Just to get out and see a bit of fresh air does everybody a bit of good.
it's very true. Yeah, sometimes it's good to just to walk out of the house and start something just to get away from, like if I'm editing here and I'm kind of hitting a wall of some sort, I'll just get out and just straight across the hill, go to the
Yeah,
beach, take a walk, come back, fresh kind of mind.
yeah, bit of inspiration.
Um, Speaking of these tech issues we had this or earlier on this stream or the previous stream, are you so how well I was going to talk about this anyway, but how do you feel about running CC UK? Like what would you what would you like to do with it? And like if I said to you, here's access to the CreatorCast channel. Every week you do a
Yeah.
CC UK stream of whatever, however you want to set it up. What would you rather do? Google Hangouts? Would you rather do something else? Like what's going through your mind?
Um, yeah, well, I've been working on sort of the similar sort of overlays this week, just playing with it in Photoshop and stuff. So I'd like to bring some kind of um, what do we call it? Some I'm not I'm not sure what the word is, but yeah, trying to make it a bit more artistic, trying to get it looking professional and stuff rather than just doing the hangout kind of thing. But I think yeah, it's a fine balance between doing that and getting it good content and making it clear and everything, and then the audio good. But yeah, yeah, we've spoke about it in the past. So I'd love to do it. If I could find. I think I've got a couple of nights free where I could just spend an hour talking. I'm not entirely sure if I'm confident enough to do the whole interview process and get people on the show. And I don't know if I've got the time to source people to do and to find people to talk to and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot the last couple of weeks, and it'd be a fun thing to do, definitely.
Cool. Well, I think that's the beauty of it. Like I think once I've taken over this channel, I've set myself in a very focused mindset, and I think part of CreatorCast is that I should let that go a little and just say, like I mean, tonight, for example, we struggled, and now we're having a great chat. Maybe
Yeah,
I mean, see, I'm always going to try to like up the production value, but if it gets to a point where it's just too much and it's not working, then is it just it's okay just to
yeah.
say
It's just not worth it, is it? Just to all that stress to try and get something for the sake of switching from one scene to another scene. It's not worth it. You might as well just get somebody on the show and just have a chat like this, and
yeah,
yeah, people can watch and interact and stuff. And it's easy and it's working perfectly now since we've done that. And I'm just doing it on my phone. And we were trying to do microphones and Apple Macs and stuff, and it just didn't work when it
yeah.
should. But
I think
it's
I'll
frustrating. But
yeah, I think I'll put up a poll in CreatorCast group and say, look, is it worth doing the production value thing, or is it worth just leaving it as a hangout and every week it's just a hangout? That I mean, yeah, and what I was trying to tie it in with you could then do whatever you want, and using a Google Hangout, just start it, and yeah, like there's I
we
don't
could
know.
we could pull people in from the chat because we've had people on in this community for a long time that are invested in the community. Maybe I was thinking about maybe just like you did in the last couple of streams was to put the link in and pull people in just to have a chat and do it that way. But
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
maybe do that.
There's another thing that I haven't really thought of yet. I mean, is there a way to patch Google Hangouts into streaming software? That could be an idea where
Yeah,
it gives us a slight more production value in the sense that I could have different stage setups and whatnot, and just have the Google Hangouts playing over the top. I don't know. I'm just thinking off my head here. But yeah, as far
but
as
I know in OBS. Sorry, go on.
no, go ahead.
So I was just thinking in OBS you can add web browsers to the scenes, can't you? So maybe you can do it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, exactly. The other thing is that I haven't really gone back to is Skype as an NDI source into a streaming software. That's totally something that can be done. Um, TubeFix, Nick Nimmon's live streams are so slick. Nick Nimmon's live streams is definitely something that I've modeled my Gives a Minute live streams off.
Yeah.
100%. His streams and his tech knowledge and his production values is totally where I was going and what I wanted to bring to CreatorCast. Oh, Google Hangouts is being retired, just like Google Plus. Do you have any authority on that, Hendrik? I have not heard of Hangouts going anywhere. I've heard Google
Really?
Plus is
I
going. Do you know about
haven't
that,
heard that at all.
Xander?
No, not heard about Google Hangouts. I mean, to be honest, this is the first time I've ever used Google Hangouts, and it's working perfectly. So
Yeah.
if you could get this and just put it into the streaming software, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I think that it could be a good option. Look, there are other things to explore. Like it's not all lost yet. There are things to be tried. My problem is that I spend so much time and so much focus on it that when it doesn't work, it just it disappoints me because then I feel like I'm disappointing you, everybody that's watching, and you, the guest. But yeah, as we've established that it's not high stakes anyway. We don't have a huge audience. Yeah, and one of them doesn't like it anyway. Out of 12 people, one of you doesn't like it, so doesn't
We've had
matter.
a thumbs down, have we? Really?
We have, yeah. I mean, look, to be honest, since the breakup, since the bust up, we've lost numbers, which was always going to be the case. We're always going to, we're always going to lose before we gain. But I'm just conscious about wanting to have something to offer. Whereas I felt like throughout the whole course of CreatorCast, we had something, and near the end, I felt like we got right into great conversations and we had awesome topics, and I don't want to lose that, but it feels like a little bit of a loss right now. And then when tech happens as well, that's yeah, pretty annoying.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to go down before it goes up. So if we just, we're obviously you've got a good base community here. I'd love to get involved. You've got Jordan, who's a fantastic creator as well. I've been watching his videos this week, so he's brilliant. If
Yeah, he's
Jordan could
great.
get involved as well every week, he's brilliant. And then you've just got everybody. You've got three people from the four corners of the planet there, so you can cover all sorts. Yeah, I think it could go sky high again.
Yep, yep. Good vibes in the gym. I appreciate the solid advice and the good gestures. Do you have anything that you want to address? So what we used to do on CreatorCast was we used to let our subject explain things that maybe aren't so suitable for their own channel. Like it's almost like therapy where you can say, well, I don't want to talk about this on my own channel because my channel's about knitting and this is completely related to, I don't know, something entirely unrelated to knitting. So you can let steam off, or you got anything that you got on your chest that you want to let out, please be my guest.
I don't know. I don't know if I've got anything that I've got a real bugbear against, to be honest. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay.
YouTube related, just YouTube related or in
Just
general.
YouTube related, yeah. Like we all know I'm a little Mr. Negative, and so I want to extend my negativity towards anybody that wants to latch on and
See,
let
no,
some
no.
steam off.
I don't think we should go down that route because I haven't seen. Obviously, I've caught up with what happened over the last few weeks, but that's gone and done. But I've never seen any negativity or anything bad from watching any of your content. It's all I watched it because it was positive, it was fun, it was different, it was the concept was good, and I've never seen any negativity from you, really, as far as your content goes. So
Well, thank you, thank you.
that's that. Well, that's just that's my opinion. As far as my gripes, I don't think I've got any gripes. I get frustrated with not being able to create as much as I want to create on YouTube. I get frustrated with lack of knowledge, maybe lack of talent on my part. But that is just it's just part of the process in learning YouTube, I suppose. I've only been doing it for a year. Um, One of my biggest regrets is not starting this earlier. I
Yeah.
only started it when I was 35, 37 next month. So it's just I can't believe or why on my part I didn't pick up on YouTube and doing videos earlier in my life. That is something I'll always regret, and if there's anybody out there that are in their teens, early 20s, and you're not documenting your life, you're not creating content, you're not having fun with just taking photos or something, then do it straight away, because I wish I'd just done it a lot earlier. That's one thing I'd like to say.
I completely agree with that. And I had the same thoughts when I began my channel. I was like, man, I started it when I was 40, and I said, why did I not do this earlier? Like I've been shooting the videos, I've been making the content, I just wasn't formulating it into deliverable content across YouTube. I was like, wow, definitely should have.
I've thought about it a lot. I don't know why it hadn't clicked with me earlier in my life. It's always been there. We've always had camera phones growing up. I discovered some of my old granddad's 8mm film a few weeks back that I'm trying to convert to digital. And watching that back and thinking, why didn't I do this earlier? I don't know why. It's still something I'm trying to figure out, why I didn't do it and think about it and start creating 10 years ago, because I've always had video cameras and video phones and GoPros and stuff like that. So, it's a strange one. I don't know why, really.
What about vlogging in public? How do you feel with the eyes on you as you're filming, as you're talking to a camera on a stick? How does that make you feel?
That it's definitely something that just gets easier with the more you do it.
Yes.
I'm still, if I'm honest, I'm still self-conscious with doing it. But it is a lot easier than when I started. I'd literally walk, if someone was in the same field as me, I'd put the camera down and walk away and find somewhere quiet. But now I feel more comfortable in doing it in relatively busy places. So, but it's just something you just get used to.
Yeah, I agree. Just looking in the chat there, Martin says my audio is low again. No, it's obviously it's the closer and further and this and that. So I've got to keep an eye on that. He started when he was 50. Okay, that's good, man. That's a dude. Hats off to you, Martin, for beginning your channel at age 50. That's awesome. I wish I started YouTube earlier when it was a lot easier, says Barry's Views. Yeah, that's true, actually, because if you did it back then when it was easier to be someone or to get something, you'd have something by now. I see what you're doing there. And Hendrik says he wish he had started at all. Very cool.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. There's a lot of people trying to obviously jump on YouTube and think, why didn't I start creating at an earlier age? But I know TubeFix is a subscriber to my channel. He's an older gentleman, shall we say, and he's doing YouTube. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something, personal situations come into play and stuff. But that is one of my biggest regrets. Why I didn't start good 10 years ago, definitely.
Hendrik, I did see your personal message to me in the messenger. Here's a link to an article about Hangouts being retired by 2020. Okay. That's good to know. I'm not going to invest too heavily in bringing Hangouts into Wirecast then if they're going to retire it in a year. Nice find, Hendrik. I'll definitely read that article later on as well. Scotty Venture says, I don't care when I start, just as long as I have fun doing it. That's probably key, as long as you can enjoy yourself and bring, and you have to be able to bring something, obviously. Like you're bringing some interesting content right now with your Ride With Me project, and you're keeping yourself entertained and having fun, and you're entertaining others. And I think that's what it is. That's what YouTube should be.
Yeah. And that's a frustrating thing. It's got to be fun. And for people that discover it late and love it like I do, I just absolutely got a unhealthy addiction to creating content, I'd say. And it's frustrating doubly because I love it so much, and why hadn't I discovered it before? So, fully recommend it to anybody.
Yeah. Sorry, Martin 1107, I'm just seeing your message. The message I sent you on Facebook Messenger was sent last week. Just a little idea on the show. I'll have to go back and check it, Martin. Are we friends on Facebook, or did that go into like a folder that I didn't see? If not, add me, so then I'll definitely see it. I am keen to sort of, bring up the production value, but we'll leave that where it is for the time being. Xander, before we let you go, first of all, what time have you got there in the UK right now?
I've absolutely no idea what time it is, actually, because I'm using the phone to
Oh yeah, true. You got
Sorry, it's 11:21 in the morning.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's a good amount of time. A good time frame to be awake and to do things. I know you've taken time off work to be here today, so appreciate that and thank you so much for
Yeah,
and also being ill, the tail end of being sick as well. It's not much
yeah,
fun when you're not healthy.
yeah. No problems. I've been keen to get on the show since I discovered it a few months back, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, with that said, when would you like to launch CCUK? If I put that on you now,
Uh, I think I'm going to get March out of the way, get March done with the Ride with Me.
of course.
Then maybe a month to get technology sorted out and all that kind of thing, and get things set up properly. So I'd say probably the start of May, going forward from May onwards. That
That'd
would
be
be a,
awesome.
a,
That'd,
a realistic time scale, I think.
that'd be so cool. I mean, you so then what you can do is you can do UK CCUK at your time, and I'll get up early to tune into the chat, and I'll be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this idea. I think this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I think Jordan, if Jordan does watch this and he's on there, it'd be fun to get Jordan involved with both because obviously Jordan's on a similar sort of time scale,
Yeah,
more to me, isn't he? I think is he 5 hours behind or 6 hours behind me?
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So, um, yeah, depending on work and stuff. So I'd love to get Jordan on. So if he's listening, get
yeah,
on the show.
awesome, awesome. Well, unless you have anything else you want to add here, Xander, should we wrap this up? We still
Yep.
did talk for about an hour, give or take that crap at the beginning. My apologies again for that. Techie is hard.
No, I mean
Hashtag.
I think you've got to. Sometimes when stuff like that happens, it is hard. I think from your point of view, I think you've just got to take a step back and go, "Can't help it. It's not my fault." So we just got to crack on the best we can. And
Yeah,
like I said, we've said in the stream, it can be something fun and something good for people to watch, and it's just the way of doing it. And we'll sort it out and get it done eventually.
we've got
But yeah,
another
none of it
year.
is.
Yeah,
Exactly. We've got another year on Hangouts. Until then, we can sort it out. I'm sure. So.
yeah, exactly. All right. Well, if that's, I mean, looking, let's just have a quick look through the chat and make sure we're not missing anything. Barry's views: you have to treat YouTube like sex. You have fun doing it and be happy when you get it right. Jesus. Okay. Live streams are big in the model railroad world. That's a tongue twister. How to clinic live builds and lots of how to clinics, live builds, and lots of social interactions. Yeah, cool. I guess you could put GoPros on trains as well. That'd be pretty sick. Have GoPros that have cameras in tunnels that trains come through. That'd be pretty cool. Cheers, Xander. Okay, so everyone's saying thanks. Hashtag tech is hard. Having been on as the first. Having been on as the first guest on the CC UK, yes. Can I put my hand up for that? The first time you have a guest,
Definitely, let's do it.
can I be that dude?
Yeah, you have to get up in the middle of the night, but
I
you'll be
will.
fine. Yeah, we'll
I'll do
sort
it.
it out.
I'll do
Definitely.
that, man. I'll do that.
Excellent.
That's cool.
Job done.
Nice idea, Tim Arskog. You've got the good ideas, mate. All right, guys. Well, we're going to say farewell for the evening. There will be no outro baseline or anything funky or anything like that. It's just going to be a case of saying good evening, goodbye, good morning, hello, and wherever you are. Well, we will take our headsets off. That's what we used to do on CreatorCast. So let's take our headsets off. I'll do mine. Then Xander, you can talk and do yours, and we'll end this stream. Thanks for the chat, everybody. Thanks, Xander. See you next time.
See you soon. Okay, mate. Bye.
I'll put it on Xander, and we'll end this.